Hey everybody, it's Alexia from amysticspath, back with another energy video for you guys. Thank you so much for tuning in and watching. Now, this week I want to talk about the new moon that we have in the sign of Gemini. This is taking place the 22nd, which is this Friday. Now, when we reach the new moon point, this is the energy of where we kind of want to create things and do something new, start something new, or start a fresh new page. Okay, before we get to the release point of the full moon, and when we are looking at the sign of Gemini, we are looking at a very intellectual sign, but there is also a lot of indecisive here. And within this moon, we can really see what it is that we vibe with and what it is that we don't vibe with, what it is that we want and what it is that we don't want on an authentic level. And this is because Gemini rules the twins. Our lighter side and our darker side. So we may be reviewing things that we may not like, or we may not like about ourselves, or whatever the case may be, because there is that energy of that darker side of the twin that needs to be looked at, that needs to be evaluated, that needs to be I don't want to say like not held accountable, but like counted. We often walk around showing our, like our lighter selves and all of this, which is, yes, this is the mask that we wear, this is our face, but Gemini is very in tune with the darker shadow side. So when I say if in authenticity, this does not mean things that are like bad or evil or anything like that. This is getting more in touch with the things that you hide, the things that you hide away, the things that you are not very comfortable expressing out into the world. And Gemini is also a very social planet. So we may see some highlight on these areas and highlight on some of the darker things that we kind of keep hidden. But we also may see some highlight on like the mask that we wear. So I want to say this as our kind of like more of our like exerted energy that we're kind of going out and we're socializing. Gemini is a very social planet and it has a lot of ideas. So you may even be finding a range of different things that you're kind of playing with and seeing what is it that how you feel about this idea and authenticity, even if it is different from something that you have been doing before. Now, I want to go ahead and let you guys know what it is that I see for this moon specifically. Now, when we are looking at the sign of Gemini, or not the sign of Gemini, but when I'm looking at this moon specifically, I'm feeling the energy of almost like a clearance or or getting rid of the anxiety that we have kind of been in and like perpetuating in. And this is not like a clearance, like, okay, this energy is just going to clear out. It's more of like a banishing type energy. It's an energy that needs to be sent away and cleared away. So it's kind of the energy of kind of bringing into this space of this power that we are forcing out the things that cause us anxiety and cause us stress and that keep us from feeling authentically feeling that like lighter side that we project out into the world, if that's making sense. So it's kind of dwelling into, how the anxieties and stress that you've been going under, how that makes you feel about yourself as a whole. So there's an energy of just needing to clear this out. Okay, when we look at how this energy is going to affect us the most, we get the Power card, okay, and Strength. Now, this is really highlighting the fact that in the physical, we are coming to a place where we're feeling almost like motivated or power, like having a high energy of like feeling powerful or feeling strong, and within strength to and it's almost like this motivation to clear out what it is, these anxieties or this stress that has been kind of sitting within you and causing turmoil within your brain, that you're kind of coming to this place of power and strength to kind of confront these things. And you're feeling the energy to confront these things, to be done with them, per the energy of this moon that we are that I can say that I am already starting to feel. Okay. Now, when we get into how this energy is going to affect us mentally, we have the Feminine card and we have the Five of Wands. And this is bringing on a very big change within our feminine energy. And I want to again disclose that feminine energy is not about women. It is we all have, again, masculine and feminine energy within us. And our feminine energy is our creation, our emotion, and our intuition. So you're really kind of mentally going into our creation and our intuition and seeing what it is that we have to do to get rid of these anxieties, to get rid of this stress, to get rid of this, like, this turmoil that's been going on. What is it? In listening to ourselves intuitively. So we may not be necessarily, projecting this outwards for like everyone to see, but we are kind of almost like going more within to create this change, to be able to create a, like, I almost see like these two people creating like a solid structure and almost like building something together. Not that I see you doing this within with someone else, I just see this within this card. So it's kind of like listening, and I feel with this, it's listening to your intuition, to what it is that you need to do for you, even if it's not making sense to other people, of course, so you can build up within structure for you to be able to get rid of the stress and this anxiety within you. Okay. And that even though that this is a social moon, and a social sign that the moon is going to be in, we have to remember that this rules our desires and our emotions as well. And just because we do have that energy of that socialization, we don't want to, and I'm not saying to not socialize and like not connect, just make sure that you are not deflecting or ignoring what it is that you actually have to intuitively look at within yourself. Okay. Now, how this is going to affect us emotionally, we have the Death card, the Hierophant, and the Knight of Cups. And within this, I'm really seeing, of course, this really big release, like I was talking about, of the anxieties and kind of putting them to bed. And it might not even be anxiety. It might be old, outdated situations, relationships, thinking patterns that keep you in an anxiety state, or keep you stressed out, or keep you from being able to move in a fulfilling, growing way. Okay. And emotionally, we may feel like there may need to be some sort of guidance while looking at the Hierophant card, and there may be some sort of venting that needs to be done, like that there's this release that may need to happen. So of course, if that's how you're feeling, of course, go amongst a trusted friend or a colleague that is trusted, or somebody that you just trust, to be able to kind of let this release out this and put these things to bed and get them out once and for all. To be able to move on, and I don't want to say follow your heart, but to be able to move through your journey and through life with your heart being almost like fuller, and being able to almost like hold more love within inside of it, because there's not so many, again, the perfect word here is anxieties that are coming up to stopping you from living a fulfilling life with a full heart. Okay, so there's, again, some things that need to be put to bed and put to rest. Some of you may need closure. Some of you may need to kind of get these things out. Some people may need to vent to somebody, or just to seek out somebody that is, that will just listen without judgment, to be able to move, to really just drop this load and to be able to move on with a more fulfilled heart. Now, how we must work with this energy, we have the High Priestess, as well as the Three of Pentacles. And sorry about that, I had an interruption. But again, the High Priestess and the Three of Pentacles. And this is really paying attention and, again, listening intuitively and connecting with spirit, I almost feel like, on what it is that you are actually doing in the physical. Not what it is that you're creating, but what it is that you're actually doing, like the moves that you're making, the places that you're like, congregating, whatever it is that you're doing, what it like to intuitively look at what it is that you're doing and what it is that you should be doing out here in the physical world. Okay. So it's literally what it is that you're like, your physical movements that you're doing every day. What is it that you're supposed to be doing, and kind of go towards what it is that you are feeling intuitively pulled to. So if you're feeling intuitively pulled to not connect and to go within and deal with things, or if you're feeling intuitively pulled to connect, to kind of give yourself a break, whatever it is for you, of what it is that you are supposed to be doing in the physical. It might not even be connection at all. It might be a new project, whatever the case may be, but intuitively listen to yourself to what moves you're supposed to be making in the physical, what it is that you are supposed to be doing, okay? Not what it is that other people are telling you you're supposed to be doing, what it is that you feel intuitively that spirit is telling you, that your higher self is telling you, that God is telling you to do. Intuitively listen to that. That is how we need to work on these energies. So if it's working on yourself or working on a new project or whatever the case may be, that you're intuitively listening to yourself. Okay, now the conclusion cards that we get with this is Autumn, the Watchtower of the West, and the Two of Swords. And when I look at this, I kind of see a place that is kind of like not stagnant or stuck, but almost like trapped. And within the Two of Swords this is saying that the energy is like that you might feel like trapped or kind of confined or stuck in and stagnant. And this is saying that you really have to kind of look at what it is that is making you feel this way, why it is that you feel like you can't go forward, why you feel like it is that you can't prosper. Okay, and even if you are prospering and even if you are moving forward, there is still a level of feeling like it's not going fast enough or that there's this stagnation that is happening, and that we have to kind of be able to let these things come to the surface, what it is that is actually keeping you feeling trapped, and examining them and looking at them, okay, again. And when we're looking at the energy of this moon is asking us to banish and clear out and get rid of the things that are holding us back and that are causing us anxiety and that are causing us to be in this circle or this web of the same type of, I don't want to say the same type of like thought pattern, but the same situation that you're trying to almost get out of, whether it is a thought pattern or being stagnant or whatever the case may be. Now, I pulled some supporting cards for this message as well, and we have the World, the Eight of Pentacles, the Devil, the Queen of Wands, and the Two of Pentacles. And I pulled this for an extra message for what this spread could not give us. And what I'm seeing within this is that there is a pull to what it is that you're being pulled to in your heart, the connections or the thing like outdated material, even if it's been a part of you for so long. Because again, with the energy of Gemini, this gives us the opportunity and the okay to change our mind. Even if because of all of like, I don't want to say indecisive, but that is a quality of Gemini, is changing their minds and being really indecisive, because it may oftentimes feel like there's two people living inside of them, because there is. That it is the energy of the twins. So we're looking at this outdated things that aren't serving you, that aren't good for you, whether it's relationships or a thought process or a job or whatever the case may be, is that we're taking this time under this new moon in Gemini to look at what it is that we are done with and completely shutting the door on that, completely shutting the door so we can, and what I mean by that is like shutting the door onto letting those things bother you. Because when we see the Eight of Pentacles and the Devil card, this is avidly working at the monsters that are like, or the demons that are fucking with you, whether that be some of the relationships that you're in, whether that be some of like your own, I want to really emphasize thought process, because here we are really ruling anxiety, and like, it's like, even if it's not like anxiety, it's like anxiety in a way that's like unsure and that's just kind of like almost like scared. And we are really avidly working on defeating this and defeating these blocks and defeating these things that are holding us back. This is the energy of this new moon. And this, we are doing this, and Spirit is asking us to do this with strength, do this with courage, do this with like pizzazz, momentum, not taking no for an answer. When we look at the Queen of Wands, she's not about the bullshit, and she's going to go and she's going to get things done right. She is the event planner of success. And she has the courage and determination to get done what it is that she's going to get done. And when we're looking at the Two of Pentacles, we see of course, when I always use this deck, I always see the energy of the infinity symbol, of that energy always transmuting. So we're taking the energy that is causing us issues, and we're transmuting that into a place of like power and something new. And we are also staying on top of things. We're not wavering. We're not falling back into old cycles. We're not falling back into old patterns. We're not falling back into old relationships because we're lonely or because we want connection, because we are feeling the energy of being socially connected under this moon. Okay, so we are staying on top of things. We are looking forward. We're looking at our goal of what it is that we are trying to cut out right now, what it is that we're trying to get rid of. Okay, again, and we really want to highlight outdated material, outdated old things that don't vibe with you, thought processes. It could be like your dishes, it could be the curtains in your house, like whatever. Okay, and this is really, we're really deciding what it is that we want to be around. Has things changed for us? Has our aesthetic changed? It doesn't help that Venus is in the sign of Gemini and retrograde, and this is also highlighting this. And it's kind of falling along with the same energy of highlighting what is outdated material, and that's why it's so intense. So really review what it is that, what's going on for you, what it is that you want, what it is that you like, how you're vibing with things, what's causing you issues. Why are they causing you issues? Once you figure out why, okay, asking intuitively, asking God, asking spirit, asking a friend that is trusted, asking, a mentor, whatever the case may be, of, the next step of what it is that, like you're supposed to do if you're unsure. Okay. But really take this energy into consideration, because it is really working to clear out a lot of the anxiety that we've been having. And that has been the biggest complaint that I have seen on social media, from the groups that I'm in and to my personal social media, is just anxiety. And this moon, this Friday, which I'm already starting to feel this energy, and a lot of you guys, depending on how sensitive you are, going to be starting to feel this energy more and more as the days increase towards the new moon in Gemini, which is again Friday. So I hope that you guys really enjoyed this message, and that you can really take a lot from it. If you feel that you need any reading specifically for yourself, how do you need to work with this energy, please do not hesitate to either contact me through my email or to visit my business page, and you can book straight from there, which is www.amysticspath.com. And I am looking forward to working with you all. Everybody have a great day.